Memory usually points backward, letting us revisit our past, yesterday's breakfast, our first day at school, the faces of childhood friends. Our memories shape our identity, a library of what has already happened. But what if memory could point forward? What if you could remember something that hasn't happened yet? This isn't just a prediction or a lucky guess. It's a true memory of the future, as vivid as recalling last night's dinner. Such an experience would challenge everything we know about time and reality. Does the future already exist, waiting for us? Is our life already mapped out? If someone could truly remember the future, it would be a profound mystery for science and philosophy. How could the brain access information from the future? Is it a trick, a delusion, or a rare human ability? The story of such a person would push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. Arthur Penhaligon was an unremarkable man in a quiet coastal town working as a librarian. He enjoyed simple routines, walking his dog, the scent of old books, the calm of the library. To everyone else, Arthur was ordinary, dependable, and a bit shy. But beneath this surface, Arthur's mind worked differently. For him, time wasn't a straight line. Sometimes the future would loop back into his present. He called these experiences future memories, clear, detailed recollections of events that hadn't happened yet. He remembered conversations before they occurred, news headlines before they were printed. This ability wasn't chosen, it was simply part of him, a constant companion he didn't understand. He kept his secret, living slightly out of sync with the world. How could he explain remembering tomorrow as clearly as yesterday? Arthur lived in the present, but his mind often drifted ahead. Arthur couldn't remember when his ability began. It was always there, like eye color. As a child, he'd remember his mother calling him for dinner before she did, or know a teacher's question before it was asked. At first, he thought it was daydreaming, something everyone experienced. But as he grew, the memories became undeniable. A vivid recollection of his father spilling paint, which happened exactly as he'd remembered. He started keeping a notebook, recording these future memories and the times they occurred. More often than not, the events unfolded just as he'd written. These weren't guesses, they were memories, plain and simple, but of things yet to happen. The notebook filled with proof that his mind was seeing ahead. It became a private experiment, a way to understand his own consciousness. Arthur realized he possessed a secret sense, invisible to everyone else. Arthur's future memories were rarely dramatic, just small, everyday details. He'd remember the taste of coffee he hadn't ordered yet, or a conversation with a library patron before it happened. Once he found a lost earring exactly where he'd remembered it would be. These glimpses were specific, not vague feelings, but exact words, scenes and moments. Sometimes they were useful. He'd avoid a traffic jam or prevent a book from falling, but he never saw world-changing events, only the immediate and personal. His ability wasn't for fame or fortune. It was a quiet stream of details from the near future. It was like watching life's movie for the second time, knowing the lines before they're spoken. Arthur's window into tomorrow was small, but always open. Living with future memories wasn't a blessing. It created distance from the world. Surprises were rare. He often had to fake reactions, dulling the joy of the moment. He felt like an actor, always pretending. Worse, he couldn't change significant events, like his dog's illness, even when he remembered them in advance. Relationships suffered. It was hard to connect while hiding such a fundamental secret. The constant flow of future information was exhausting, his mind never at rest. The gift of seeing ahead felt more like a burden, a weight he carried every day. For years, Arthur told no one, but loneliness drove him to confide in his friend Eleanor. Skeptical but open-minded, she agreed to a test. Arthur wrote a future memory, sealed it and waited. Days later, Eleanor experienced the exact event he'd described, a jar of pickles falling at the supermarket. She became his confidant, and Arthur finally felt relief sharing his secret. Encouraged, he met with scientists who ran tests and found nothing abnormal in his brain or mind. In controlled experiments, Arthur's accuracy at recalling future events was higher than chance. He couldn't predict everything, but sometimes remembered specific images or sounds before they occurred. The scientists were baffled. There was no medical explanation. Arthur became a living anomaly, defying scientific understanding. His case was a puzzle, challenging the boundaries of what science could explain. For the first time, Arthur wasn't alone with his mystery. Scientists offered theories but no answers. Maybe Arthur's brain picked up subtle clues subconsciously, piecing together the future from hidden hints. Or perhaps it was a rare form of déjà vu, his mind mislabeling new events as old memories. Confirmation bias could explain his notebook, but not his success in controlled tests. Some speculated about time itself. What if past, present, and future all exist at once, and Arthur's mind was tuned to a different frequency? These ideas were speculative, far beyond current science. Or maybe the mind holds abilities we haven't yet discovered. Arthur's case could be a glimpse of hidden human potential. His story reminds us how much we still don't know about the mind and time. Arthur's story raises a profound question. What if everyone could remember the future? At first it seems like a gift. We could avoid mistakes, prepare for disasters, and live more efficiently, but would free will survive? If we remember our choices before making them, are they truly ours? Life might feel scripted, our actions predetermined. The joy of surprise, hope, and discovery would vanish. Creativity and ambition might fade. Arthur's lonely life suggests that not knowing the future is what makes us human. The mystery of tomorrow gives life meaning, forcing us to take risks and create our own paths. Perhaps our greatest gift is the uncertainty of what comes next, allowing us to live each moment with wonder.